Hey, what's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Hey, there we go. All right, let me check on y'all. Y'all look like y'all been chatting it up already. Let's go. Okay, and you all don't forget to share from my private Facebook page. Let me go ahead and grab it for the one time for you. As a matter of fact, it's right here. Boom, copy and paste. There it is. So let's see. Let's get 45 shares tonight. Let's get 45 shares tonight. That's 45 possibilities of helping someone else tonight. Okay. And I wanted to do that out of the goodness of our heart and not just because I usually give y'all something for free if y'all hit the mark. All right. So let me see who's in the building tonight. Let me see who's on the YouTube page. April, hello, love. What's good? Hey, Erica, Tracy, Cassandra, what's good? Christy, JLC Custom Creations. What's up, Shawana? Who else we got? Letitia, Treva, hey, TMP Customs. Jennifer, hello. Tampa Barbecue Queens in the building. Angela and Christy. Awesome. Look, I know it's already a long week because we're getting ready for the holiday and hopefully you all are going to be able to take a break at some point. But before we start thinking about this break that we need to take, I want us to do a little rundown, a little activity tonight on what our checklist is for our business and our freedom, which should be one and the same, right? So sometimes when we're building our business, we're going to have this checklist, this sometimes seemingly inundating list of things to do. But I want us to keep in mind the whole goal, even if we have a season of focus, a season of, really working truly hard, I want us to also still have the idea of what we're doing this for. What's the freedom factor, right? So that we're not just working with no end goal in sight. Like it's just pure. And I'm not talking to just y'all. I'm talking to me too. Okay. Because I am this type of, and I don't think it's a workaholic. It's really odd when you love what you do. Sometimes you don't realize that you're working too hard or you're doing too much or that you're not doing it in the way that is best for you and your overarching goals, your freedom goals, right? So I want to talk about our freedom goals and we're going to talk about our business goals and see if we can get them in alignment. Does that sound like a plan? Okay, so, and then the other reason why I wanted to do this live is because sometimes it's good to hear what others' goals are so that you can start to understand that you're not in this alone, that you're in a room of like minds and kindred spirits, and that sometimes the help that you need is really right in front of you. All right. Awesome. So I'm not going to pressure y'all to share. If y'all share, y'all share. If you get your 45, then I will let y'all get a free template tonight because 45 is not that large. Okay. So, and I'm actually taking notes right now too, because I feel like y'all are going to come up with some good stuff. So this is what I want to talk about tonight. Oh, first, let me just identify that I believe this is day 10. Actually, this might even be day 11. We started on the 8th. Ooh, this is day 11 of the 30-day challenge where I vowed to go live for 30 days straight as a challenge to myself to be consistent, right? Even when everything is, up in the air, the hustle and bustle of the holiday and finishing out the year strong, all that good stuff, right? So the idea is to go live for 30 days straight. If I miss a day, I have to give away one of my $25K or $25,000 inner circle seats. Okay. I have to just give it away to someone, but that someone also has to have gone 30 days as well, because I want to make sure. And here's the thing, the reason why I do this. And actually, I counseled with my mentor today, or one of my mentors today, um, Dr. Myron Golden, and I told him about this, and I was a little shaky about this, but the idea here is that even with me giving this away, the value of it is even greater. The whoever wins this, if they get an opportunity to win this, right? Because I actually offered to just do one of them free anyway. Y'all, so literally, I have the potential of having to give away $50,000 of scholarships towards the inner circle. So I would do one, regardless of whether I missed the mark or not. But I had to have something as a goal of a positive goal, and then I had to have something that is a you don't want to lose type of goal, and then I'm using both of them to see which one is my true motivator. And you all, what I've come to realize is that usually the thing that hurts is the best motivation. Imagine that. So I'm thinking, positively, like, oh, I'm gonna buy myself something nice if I get through this 30 days. So I was like, okay, I'll set X amount of dollars aside and I will buy whatever I want with this money if I make this 30-day goal, right? I gave myself that option. And then the other goal was, if I don't do this thing, I will have to give away basically $25,000. So which one do you think motivated me more? I'm just asking y'all, like, I'm gonna do a survey first. Which one do you think motivated me more? I want you all to give yourself, we're gonna go through this list of goals, right? We're gonna go through this checklist. And as you're going through, I want you to think of two a consequence and a reward, right? And then I want you to think about this. We're gonna talk about it for a second. I want you to think about in life what this really means. What is the deeper meaning here? Okay. So one, pick a goal of we're going to define some goals, but when we define our list today, you're going to pick one of those things. And then we're going to have two sides. We're going to have, hey, this is what I'm going to get as a reward. So on one side, I want you to put reward. And the other side, I want you to put consequence. Okay. All right. So before we even talk about what we're going to do, we're going to define our reward and our consequence. So my reward is that, thank you, Donna. This is template number 157 or something like that. Y'all know what template. This is my like go-to sweater of the holiday. It says, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Prancer." Anyways, that was both my acting skills, my design skills, and all. Like, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm a little bit like mentally spent today, so if I'm a little extra goofy, you're welcome. I love y'all. Okay, so reward was okay, because I don't spend money on myself. I do not, I can't say I don't spend money on myself at all. I very rarely spend money on myself. I get excited about buying things for my business. I get excited about expanding things. I get excited about, opportunities for how I can invest in the business and even invest in myself. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do something major for myself. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to set aside $10,000 and just get towards something that I want, whether it be a vehicle or, the only thing was, it was like, I can't do equipment, and because that's what I normally buy. So it's like, it was supposed to be for me, right? So I was like, $10,000 on something for myself. Y'all, I can't even think of what I wanted for $10,000 because I don't really, like, it doesn't motivate me to do that. It might motivate some other people. So figure out what's going to motivate you as a reward. And then the consequence was, what would I have to give away? Right. And I'm like, okay, well, I would give away one of my inner circle seats. Now, first of all, the inner circle is a smaller group. I spend a lot of time and energy making sure that we develop some quality systems and strategies and mindsets and all of this good stuff. So it's a lot of work for me and for you in the inner circle, but it's worth it, right? So I was like, well, if I give that away, that's a lot to give away. So I wanted to choose two different types of consequence and a reward to see which one I thought about first every day of this challenge. Which one was going to make me say, you know what? Shoot, don't worry about it. I'm just too tired. I don't want to go live today. Bump it. I'm just going to take the consequences or lose the possibility of getting my reward. And so far, I haven't even thought about that reward, y'all. I haven't even thought about it. I have thought about the consequences though, because I already said I was giving away one 25K seat because I was live and I was being loud. And that's what usually happens when y'all catch me live and y'all catch me in a good mood. I'm usually giving away the house. So I was like, I can't give away two houses, right? And it has been truly motivating, which led me to a real, just marvelous epiphany that pain is a better motivator than pleasure. And let me know if if you all had these consequences versus reward system. Maybe it says something about the process and falling in love with the process, so that you're not only motivated by the output, you're not only motivated by the outcome, right? Because this is where we're going to go over some things tonight that's on your checklist, that's on your wish list of things that you really want to achieve. And we have to remember to be motivated and consistent in the process, not just what we want as the final goal. And that's what's going to help us reach the final goal. We can imagine this final goal all day, every day, and we can wish it or we can will it. And I want y'all to know that y'all can will it. Okay? All right. Yep. 156. Thank you, Shiva. I appreciate that. This is template 156. Okay. So what I want us to go through right now, I hope that you've picked some kind of reward and some kind of consequence, because I want you to do this same very thing. I want you to do the same thing. And if you have something major that you would have to give away or do a whole bunch of work for nothing, and it's not for nothing because someone's going to benefit heavily. But here's the other thing. I'm doing this as an experiment because I would like to see if someone had an opportunity to do a really exclusive opportunity, really high value opportunity, right? And didn't have to pay for it. Would they treat it the same as the person that had to pay for it? So I'm doing an experiment right now, right? So so this is going to be highly beneficial for me to understand too, right? And then this is going to also help you understand why when you pay attention too. I'm telling y'all, there are things that people have offered me for free. And I've actually taken advantage of a lot of opportunities in life. But I will tell you the things that I've paid for, I've paid a lot more attention for, or attention to. Okay. So we're going to see when I give away this 25K scholarship, we're going to see. It'll be the proof in the pudding. And somebody's going to prove me wrong. And I hope that they do. I hope that they do. I hope that they get in this program and they do everything that I wish for them to do, because they're going to have to will it. The education is on me. Execution is on you. But we're going to see. We're going to see this thing now. All right. So here we go. Let's first of all identify. Before we identify the things that we need to do, let's identify what our freedom looks like. Can we define that first? If we can identify what our freedom looks like, then we can identify the tasks that need to be done in order to grant us that freedom. All right. So here we go. What does freedom look like for you in your day? What right now would you rather be doing? What right now would you be willing to give something up in order to, or almost everything up in order to experience these experiences? So I want y'all to tell me, I want specifics. Like for me, I I like to get cute every now and then, but for the most part, I like to be in my t-shirt, my bikie shorts, and some slides, and that is my uniform. If I have to do anything other than that, more than 2 to 3 times a week, I am that's not freedom to me. I feel a little, caged and captive. I just want to be free. I want my hair to be looking crazy. I don't want to have to put on no makeup. I want my little legs out with my bikie shorts. I just want to be cool and free. That's one of my ideas of freedom, right? So anytime I'm in a position where I don't get to experience that, I feel a little I feel like I'm a little captive. Okay. So I'll give you an example. I used to work at Lockheed Martin when I was in the PhD program, and I love I love fashion. I really do. It's one of my passions. I used to actually design fashions for other people and sell them all over the world. But I had to dress up every single day, and it was taking so much of my mental power. And for that, I started to realize there's a trade-off. So every day that I had to figure out what to wear was also a day that clothes were piled up on my bed. I learned how to sleep on one side of my bed because the other side was pretty much just clothes stacked up from what I tried on for the day. And anyways, some of you may or may not have that experience, but it took so much brain power. And then by the time I drove, I hate driving. I realized that, right? So, me driving to this place, and then by the time I'm frustrated with how long it took me to get ready, I probably didn't eat that morning because I was rushing because I was late because I'm late to everything. I feel like I have the ability to teleport to everything that I go to. So pretty much I leave the house at the time I'm supposed to be somewhere, even if it's like a 45-minute drive. Anyhow, so I'm just telling you the things that I battle with in a day doing something that I don't want to do. So, also getting to the job. And then when I'm at the job, oh, all of a sudden, I am tired by 10 a.m. or I have to poop at like 9:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh, this is not where I want to be to do that. So then I'm frustrated once again. And then my head hurts because I don't want to poop, but I got to poop at somebody else's JLB just over broke. So listen, all of these things, all of these factors really add up to what I feel uncomfortable doing and being, right? Because that's not who I want to be. Who I want to be, my idea of freedom is literally like first thing in the morning, waking up to my own ideas. I'm telling you, it's something about like when I can wake up. I can say when you because I different people are motivated by different things. That's why I want y'all to do this. This is why I want you to write this down, right? So when I wake up and I can have my fresh thoughts to myself and I can really like play in my own head and like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do for the day. Especially if I have a dream right before that I want to execute. That's like heaven on earth to me, right? So when I have to do anything that is out of alignment with how I feel my best operation is, then it is a struggle. It's a whole struggle, right? Not saying that I can't be content or I can't be happy doing those things that kind of pull against me, because sometimes those things are meant to make me feel a little uncomfortable because it helps me stretch and it helps me grow, right? So, sorry, y'all. Put my finger all in front of the camera. So I'm just saying that let's figure out what your freedom looks like. Not your freedom number, not financially. Let's paint the picture of what your freedom looks like. What does it look like? Let's define it. Let's get it down on paper. And I mean, literally, go get something to write with. I don't even want you typing this in your phone right now or on the computer. I want you to write it down. I want you to write this down. What does your freedom look like? For some of you, freedom may be, hey, I want to be racing in Dubai in my Ferrari. That's it is literally your prerogative. Okay. So paint this picture right now, because what you tell me your freedom looks like, my goal is to help you define the tasks that are required so that you can become the person who can, number one, afford that freedom, and number two, like keep that freedom, because it's something that you're going to have to do to become the person that can maintain that and to grow yourself in order to have that, whatever that lifestyle is. And some of the stuff that I want to do, like y'all, I want to literally have my niece and nephew homeschool so they can learn things like entrepreneurship on top of their math and science and all this, but they learn real deal skills. It has a cost associated with that freedom. It's not cheap. But I understand this, and this is why I'm willing to do the things that I need to do to become the person I need to become to have the things that I want to have. Be, do, have. Okay? And we're just going to talk a little bit about that tonight. I'm not going to hold y'all too long because I don't want to, I don't want to wear y'all out because I'm going live 30 days. So I'm trying to give y'all little pieces of me and little bite-sized pieces. Okay. And then if you want to do the free mentorship, y'all make sure that you join the mentorship on Sunday. Y'all, this past Sunday, y'all were on it. We were on it. We gave some real strategy, some real game. Like, I want you all to come. I want you to bring me your problems. Do y'all hear me? Like, I want to hear the problems. I love the problems because for me, it's more problems, more money. Because every time you come up with a solution, there are more problems. And every time a problem is presented, it's truly an opportunity for that solution. That solution, if you could solve it one time, you could solve it many times. And when you can solve something on a consistent basis and you can help someone else, boom, package it, sell it. Okay. So that's what we're working on tonight. So let me know in the chat, what does your freedom look like? Give me a scenario, one sentence, what your freedom looks like, one thing, and then we'll build backwards from there. Now, if you have several things, you can tell me several things. I also would love to be by the water. I love water. Water just does something to me. It calms my spirit and it helps me be creative. It helps me get into flow because I'm one of those people, if I feel like I'm boxed in, like I start to get a little antsy. I start to get a little beside myself. And so water helps me to flow mentally. It helps me flow spiritually. It helps me flow. And even like work wise, like if I can just hear water, I tell you what, I even have to turn on water when I number two in the bathroom. I know that's too much information, but water just does that for me. Water, y'all. So if there's any way that I can incorporate that into my freedom lifestyle, then why don't I just imagine it so that I can make that a part of how I really want to live? Right? Zeta, you with me today. I see you. So y'all getting shy and quiet on me. Tell me what your freedom looks like. Y'all want me to keep telling my freedom stuff is kind of boring to most people. My freedom stuff isn't like, ooh, I want to be in Milan Fashion Week and expensive cars and mansions. Like, my idea is to like have a really huge workspace with like a small living space in it that I could write off almost completely for taxes. I know that does not sound like everybody's dream home, but for me, my dream home is something I can write off almost 100% for taxes. Like, I have like 20% of it livable, and then the 80% is all workspace. I don't know, some of you all may have those type of dreams and goals as well. But I'm telling you, that's what my freedom looks like. And then my freedom looks like being able to travel. I want to go anywhere. I want to be a digital nomad. I want to be able to take my laptop and my little external screen that I take with me everywhere that I go. And everybody's like, cool, I love your setup. I'm like, yeah, it's just 2 screens. Once you go 2 screens, you never go back. That's how I want to travel. 2 screens. And just anywhere I want to go, as long as they have Wi-Fi. Okay? I want to be a Wi-Fi billionaire. And I want to affect change. I want to actually change communities, build communities with technology and solutions that I bring to fruition from this mind. And that's going to make me happy. That's going to make me like really feel like I'm serving my purpose. See, now my birthday is April Fool's. I'm an April Fool baby. Yeah, my mom told my dad that she couldn't have any more kids. So April Fools. So I'm an Aries, baby. Listen, y'all still have not told me what your freedom looks like. So y'all have some homework to do. I want you to really think about this. And you know what? This might be one of the hardest questions to ask because I can I can ask you questions about what do you want to have, like how much money you want to make, or what does it take to replace your 9 to 5, or y'all could tell me all day that you don't want to work for somebody else. You could tell me what you don't want. How many of us can tell someone else what we do want? Like, I'm asking you right now to design your life. Design your life like you literally have a blank canvas right now, and I want you to paint what it is that your freedom looks like. Yeah, this is a very good example of where our mind doesn't get to go to in a day. That's why it's so difficult. Our mind is our frequency is almost always turned to what we don't like, what we don't want, what we don't want to see, or what's holding us back, or what's holding us down. And y'all, this is literally what the system is designed to do. But I want you to design your life. I don't want the system to design your life. So I want you to do some thinking right now, some creative thinking. If you had a chance to create and paint your picture right now, these words that you're putting on the paper are painting that picture. What do you want to see when you wake up? When do you want to wake up? Do you want to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning? Now, we'll tell you there's some things that you're going to have to do in order to become the person that doesn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. to do this stuff. That's cool too, right? So just paint this picture and explain this to yourself, because you don't have to do this for anybody else. This is strictly for you. Let me see. I think y'all coming up with some stuff now. Freedom is being able to focus on my craft and not be pulled away by other people and demands. Amen. Like, to stay in your zone of genius. So y'all write this down or say this in the chat. I want to stay in my zone of genius. And when I tell you your zone of genius is where you can apply the knowledge, that for me is what genius truly is applied knowledge. And half of the time, it's applied knowledge that's downloaded directly from God. And that's why I feel like it's truly genius. And a lot of times we don't get a chance to work in our genius because we're placing other things as priority. And then by the time we get that little bit of energy that's left in the day, we haven't had the opportunity to tap in and download directly from God, download directly from the Creator to be the creators that we are. Right. So that's why I say I want to my pajamas look the same as the things that I work in. You hear me? My t-shirt and my bikie shorts. I can wake up, do some work, and you don't know whether I woke up or worked today. But the idea is that my brain did not have to go anywhere else in order to operate in my mode of genius. And I get upset when I get pulled out of my mode of genius, right? Because I know what I wanted to do for the day. And sometimes I don't know what's the how. I don't know the how. And this is the thing. We got to let go of the how. We got to flow. We got to let go of the how and figure out the who. And I mean, literally, who you have to become, who you have to put in position to help you with the task that you need, right? This is literally where that comes into play. And Sharon, you can't put into words. I hear you, but I want you to put it into words, because here's the thing. What happens is we can put into words the things that we don't want. Just like when men ask us as ladies, I know we got some guys on here too, but so y'all can attest to this. Y'all can tell us if this aggravates y'all. If you ask us what we want, I'm finna get real right now because I know how we are as ladies, and I can be completely honest. Yes, I am a female, and but I was also raised by my dad, so I kind of have already gotten all the skinny on what we do that's silly as women. So listen, if somebody asks us a direct question, we walk all the way around the question. Don't answer it directly still, and provide all the contextual details around the thing that we never answered. Do y'all know we do that? Somebody asks us what we want. We talk about everything that we don't want and still have never defined the thing that we want. So if you think about like on the other side of that, and here's the thing, it's because we're creative. We're mostly working in our creativity in the feminine. So we kind of have to conjure these things in order to come up with a solution. But y'all, seriously, it's because we don't exercise this tool of actually defining what it is that we want. So if we can't tell ourselves what we want, how can we tell God what we want? How can we get what we want if we don't know what we want? How do we know that what we have isn't already what we want, and what we want isn't what we already have? I didn't know I was gonna come up with all this randomness tonight. I just came on here to talk so I can make sure that I don't have to give up an extra 25K mentorship. Y'all hear me? So I want us to work on that. Jennifer says, do what I love versus going to someone else's. And I know what you mean, going to someone else's job or helping someone else perform what helps them and their family. Now, here's the thing, some of us are actually like really happy helping other people, right? It doesn't mean that you have to be completely like, I'm going to be 100% entrepreneur, CEO, this, that, or the other. Some of us are really, really elated to help people organize stuff or to talk to people all day and make sure that they have good experiences, right? So some of us work in different modes of geniuses, and that's what makes this so beautiful because this becomes a multifaceted way of winning. Okay. So, but in order for me to help you find what those things, because it's not just gonna be one thing, it's gonna be several things. The several things that you're going to have to do in order to become the person that you want to become, in order to have the life that you want designed, then we're gonna have to talk about some things. And this is the reason why next year we're starting the Design Your Life podcast, because so many times people don't know what it is that they truly want. I have this struggle. I remember my dad asking me, this uh shoot, I'm grown at this point. I'm maybe 24, 25. And my dad says, Shannon, what do you like to do for fun? And I'm like, fun? Let me think about it. I like to make stuff. And now, granted, my dad is the one who has, since I was a little bitty seedling, has made stuff with me, stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning working on science fair, not even science fair projects, science fair inventions, because we couldn't have science fair projects. We had to invent and innovate some stuff for every science fair project. Okay. Just letting you know how I came up. So, yeah, I had to laugh with that one because it's some memories flashing right now. So, this is the person who everything that we did, the experiences that we had were all projects, right? Well, not all projects. There were some fun things, but I replaced those things with work. And he said, "Well, Shannon, that's still work." And I was like, "Well, wait a minute, but it's what I enjoy doing. It's what I love doing." And granted, he's the person that loves that too, but he still had, his fun time. He still liked to listen to music and dance and like, have a social life and stuff. I didn't know what that was. Um, so he was speaking a foreign language to me. And to this day, I am just now figuring out what it is that I like. I just now figured out this year that I like to travel. Literally, my entire adult life, I pretty much spent engulfed in school and learning and all of these projects and things that I thought that, that would propel me in my success. And I didn't really pay attention to what I really like, what I love to do. Right? So I'm just now learning that stuff. So I'm not picking at anybody. I'm letting you know that I am 38 years old and I'm just now learning that I've at 38 just did my first and second international trips. I went to Mexico and I went to Africa right after that because I was like, hey, I got the passport. I'm going, I'm gone. So just letting you all that I'm just now discovering that. Don't wait. Like activate today. Activate today what you envision as your freedom. And what happens too is I was able to see other people's freedom and I was able to identify, I think I would like that type of freedom. Because here's the thing, you're caged right now. You don't know what freedom looks like or feels like just yet. But one thing we can do, if somebody shows us their freedom, we can assess a little bit if that's the type of freedom we would like to have. Right? So that's why I want to bring entrepreneurs on here, because different entrepreneurs have different ways of life, different definitions of freedom, different motivations and whys. And we need to be able to present that. And then we need to be able to break it down, reverse engineering and say, okay, well, in order to have that type of lifestyle, in order to have that type of freedom, what does it take? What did it take? And is that something I'm willing to do? Is that something I'm willing to become to have those things? All right, Carnetta says, wear leggings and a tee. Yes, that is my uniform right there, baby. Travel spontaneously with my children where I can work wherever. Oh, you are speaking my language. Are we twins, Carnetta? Hire all of my children. Yes. Right, you are right here with me. Nieces and nephews, Carnetta, we are here tonight. Do you hear me? Build a minority community that generates legacies of revenue and operate a successful nonprofit for minority children. Carnetta, are you in my brain? Are you in my brain tonight? This is precisely what I want to do. And this is my idea of freedom. This is my idea of fun. This is what I will work to 2:00 in the morning if need be. And then this is what you have to ask yourself. After you define what your freedom looks like, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to add to the equation? Like sometimes what you have to do is you have to work that 9 to 5 so that you can add to this equation, an investor that can afford for you to be able to get the equipment or the tools or the systems in place that you need in order to live your dream. So I'm just reading. Let me see if y'all got something else for me. Carnetta said, let's go, twin. Yes, exactly. And you know what? Here's the thing, too. Like, I don't mind giving out scenarios, giving out things that I've seen other people live. So if y'all want me to do that, like, I'd rather just bring the entrepreneurs here on YouTube and let them talk to y'all on the Design Your Life series and just let them explain what it is that they do, what their experiences are, because I'm learning from them, too. I didn't realize I would like travel like I do. I didn't realize that I liked coaching. Like, really, I love helping people strategize and get whatever's on their brain and put it in real world. Like, really create it, help it come to fruition, and to see what's on the look that's on someone's face when they actually actualize something that was on their brain. That is far more beneficial to me than even my own success when I get to see others win. So I wouldn't have known this about myself. If you would have asked me maybe 2-3 years ago, I would have thought my, biggest thing that I wanted to do was just make randomness. I love making stuff. So to me, I want to make stuff. I just want to get up every day and just create. And it's true, but it's in a whole nother realm now. And it's only because I've had the experiences. I've gotten into rooms. I've seen things with my own eyes. I've touched things with my own hands. And I have a better understanding of what I want to download every day and what I'm willing to do to make sure that download is uninterrupted when I can ensure that. Because sometimes life is going to throw some things at you. All right. So that's y'all's homework. Tracy G says, I want to stay in my zone of genius. I'm telling you. So here's the thing. Y'all getting a little generic with me. What's your zone of genius? What do you want to see? What do you want to work on? Okay. So we have some homework. We're going to come back to this tomorrow because I said I was going to be off this live by 9. Okay. Creative expression and gifts. Let me see what this is. I received so much positive energy last night that I stayed up until 5 a.m. and I got so much done. Listen, Evelyn, you rocked last night, Evelyn. Evelyn and who else got the mentorship seat? Y'all, it's a hot seat. If y'all come to the live Sunday sessions, and you get a chance to be in the hot seat, it's not a hot seat as in like it makes you nervous or anything. It's a hot seat like, hey, tell me your problems and boom, let's solve them. I'm not one of those females that just let you vent. That's not going to happen with me. You can vent, but I'm going to ask you not to vent if you don't want a solution during the Sunday sessions, because we come with solutions. The free mentorship Sundays, you got to get in the Zoom room. So Evelyn, I'm so proud of you. I knew you were going to take it and run with it. I'm so proud of you. What's up, Guy? You were there too. Okay, so Guyanne finished 20 rum cakes. 20 rum cakes. Come on, Guyanne. You were fighting with your DTF printer, Treva. Who is it? I think Nikita. She's been dealing with some stuff, so she's a DTF guru. Guyanne here right now has her DTF set up, so you might have to tap in with some of these folks who've been in the boat. Jennifer, I've learned to use my 9 to 5 as my biggest investor to get the equipment I need for my business. Come on, Jen K Customs. Let's go. And Jennifer, you've been showing up too. I see you. I see you. Tampa Barbecue Queen says we're on day 11. Yes. Y'all doing it. Look, y'all said y'all not going to miss the opportunity to do this 25K scholarship. Yes, you're done with your DTF until January. Let's go. Like, listen, okay, who do y'all want to go over some wins before I go? Because I would love to hear some wins before we leave up out of here. Okay. So, and if you don't think you have a win, then you do have a win, but you have a problem because you don't know you have a win. Y'all, we have wins every single day. And what I want to tell you is not rocket science, is not crazy. I'm telling you, if you celebrate the day, the first part of the day with the win, and you just tell God, I am grateful for, and it could be the most, what you feel is insignificant or smallest thing, doesn't matter. I am grateful for. First thing in the day. It could be the wind on the side of your face. It could be the kisses that you got to give your kids first thing in the morning while their eyes closed and they still all innocent and cute before they wake up, start making all that noise. That's what you can be grateful for. But you're starting it off with I am, which is the most powerful statement that you can make, and grateful, showing gratitude first thing in the day. That's a win. Okay? And the more that you can celebrate these wins, the more you can have gratitude about the wins. And I'm not even going to call them small wins because a win is a win. A win is a win. Okay. So let's see. Creative expressions, you posted your win. Let's see. All right. I've secured some professional help to organize. And she said she want to do it for free. Woo! Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about free help. If free help comes your way and it's actually really good free help, secure that, because the last thing that you want is that person moving on and either doing it for themselves or for somebody else. When you find good help, make sure that you can secure it. Okay. And you can secure it because here's the thing, and I'm gonna put it like this. Those of us who think in a mode of lack, look at having someone help us or paying someone to help us as an expense, as a bill. When in actuality, not only should that person's help be paying for itself, but it should be an asset to the business. So when you're paying someone, they should be able to at least bring in what it is that you're covering. But the reason why it's even more beneficial because it's taking that task off of your brain. And this is where we start to be in this who and not how mode of thinking, being solution based. So I want y'all to write this down too. It's a book called Who, Not How. It's on Audible. You can get the Kindle version. You can get the hardback version. I'm actually reading the Kindle while I'm listening to it on audio. It's a really easy to follow book. It's teaching me everything that I'm not doing right now with or that I'm not doing right now with delegation and why we procrastinate. Why we procrastinate? Y'all, the book says that procrastination is actually wisdom. Do y'all hear me on this? Procrastination is actually wisdom. And what they mean by that, who's the author? Matter of fact, let me see. Boom. Let me pull it up real quick. I'll pull it up on the screen. It's Dan, hold on a second. Let me just get the real facts because y'all know me. I don't like to guess. And here we go. So Dan Sullivan, Who Not How, the formula to achieve bigger goals through accelerating teamwork. It's Who Not How. And then Dr. Benjamin Hardy is the co-author there. But Dan Sullivan is a gem of a coach, a business coach, a thought leader when it comes to all things growing us mentally and also in the realm of teamwork. You are like a lot of people saying like, what is it? Collaboration over competition and stuff. That's really his motto. Yep, you got it, Carnetta. You got it. That's it. Dan Sullivan. Yep. So, and it's a really easy to like sometimes we could just listen to these things instead of listening to the radio or instead of watching your favorite show. Mine just happens to be I gave up my ratchet shows, y'all. Every now and then I go watch a little bit, maybe like once every 2-3 months, I go watch a little Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives or something like that. But I've given up my ratchet shows, y'all, to listen to these types of books, podcasts, just to really indoctrinate myself with things that are like opening my eyes. Okay. So I told y'all the things that I'm doing, I'm going to be making sure that I pour into you all because my hope is that you pour into someone else. And then this becomes a ripple effect. All right. So creative expression, you got to win today. You got, as you said, God bless you to get a lot of your supplies organized, stuff thrown away. Ooh, whew. You getting organized and you're throwing stuff away? Oh, we getting lean, baby. That's what we call lean in manufacturing and in optimization engineering. Yeah, getting lean, baby. Shelves are looking good. And you received 2 orders today. Congratulations. Yes, I'm talking about these wins. Awesome. So listen, so y'all have some homework to do. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so your homework is design your life. Write down, even if it's just one simple statement of what your freedom looks like. I want you to write that down. Okay. Then what we'll do tomorrow, if y'all come back and join me tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. I don't know what time I'm going to do it. Good thing I didn't set a schedule because now if I would have set a schedule for my 30 days, we might have been in some trouble because your girl don't like to be pinned down to time. So I will let y'all know. I think I sent y'all an email this last time to let you know that I was going live, but make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have to turn off the notification bell, then turn it back on and turn it to all because the algorithm be acting silly and messing up and stuff so that it gives you a notification when we're going live. Join me live tomorrow. And I want y'all to come to me with this homework in hand and explain to me what your freedom looks like. Okay? It ain't that hard. It actually is kind of hard, but it's worth it. Okay? It is worth it. It's not, it's simple. It's simple. Okay. Even if you have to start looking around at people that you feel have a certain thing, because that's one thing we don't want to just wish for somebody else's life now, because you get the whole package with that. But what we can do is we can borrow from people. Oh, like I really like this. I like this understanding. I like this outcome that someone else has. I wonder what it takes to have that outcome. I wonder if that is what I want to do, or what I want to give up, or what I want to add value to in order to have that life. Okay, so we're gonna start breaking that down. Oh, you found a cap press. Now that's a win right there. You found a cap press that you didn't even know where it was since the beginning of the year. That's what's up. That's a win too, y'all. All right, listen, I love y'all so much. I'm really appreciative for this opportunity. I am grateful for you all. I'm grateful for the path that I even have the opportunity to lead that's in front of me. And I am grateful that this path really involves you all, and it involves impacting folks that I really do love. Like, I promise when I say that, I'm not just saying that for your little 20 YouTube likes, which I hope y'all gave me 20 YouTube likes. But listen, I'm saying that because I really do love y'all and I appreciate you dearly. But y'all know the next part. Until next time, bye. Peace, y'all. Do your homework. I want to see this tomorrow, okay?